What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with the video again I've been meaning to do for a while, and that is, well, a while isn't like a week or two. That is who I think will be the most improved team in the NBA in 2016-17 NBA season. So I've been talking about the New York Knicks a lot recently. That's going to continue today. So going through the starting five, let me see if I can pull up their starting five from last year. Their starting five for this year, I've mentioned it multiple times, and I mean, it's impressive. It's a playoff caliber starting five. Derrick Rose, Courtney Lee, Melo, Porzingis, and Joakim Noah. Depth might not be quite up to par, but again, I like what they have in place, at least to start. So, looking at the depth, even at the point guard spot, I kind of like the depth they got heading into the season. I mean, Brandon Jennings to back up Derrick Rose. It's a pretty good setup there. Shooting guard, maybe not the best situation after Courtney Lee. It kind of lightens out with Vujicic and then Justin Holiday from the Chicago Bulls. Lance Thomas at the 3. And then I think Marshall Plumlee can actually do big things this year. I think that's a name to watch out for. The big man out of Duke, undrafted, and then Joakim Noah, Kylo Quinn at the 5. So 6th man, 7th man, I think they'll be fine. After that, it might get a little bit thin. I really got to turn off the sound when I go onto these. So let's take a look at their starting five from last year. This is a team, again, that was 32-50 last year, just not very good. The starting five, it was okay, but I think they've upgraded almost every single position. Jose Calderon to Derrick Rose, upgrade, big one. Aaron Aflalo to Courtney Lee. I think Courtney Lee will have a better season than Aflalo, but I still think that they're both like respectable players, not stars by any sense of the word, but both definitely serviceable players that any team would like to have in their rotation. But still an upgrade in my mind. They got Melo starting at 3 last year, and again this year. Derrick Williams was the starting power forward to start the year last year. Porzingis should have another year of getting better. And then Robin Lopez was the starting center. I think Noah's a little bit of an upgrade if he's able to stay healthy and efficient. So last year they didn't have much depth either. That's just a thing for them. The biggest thing to me is I think this is a Knicks team that's finally ready to compete. They've got players that have been there, done that in the playoffs, and maybe not like a championship, but Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, the Bulls were at least a competitor every single year in the playoffs. Even you look at Courtney Lee was able to compete in the playoffs last year. Most players on the Knicks last year weren't expecting to compete in the playoffs at all. Granted, they did have a little bit of playoff experience. But again, like I said, I think this team's ready to go. Obviously, the confidence is there after what Derrick Rose said. There's a few other teams that will be vastly improved in my mind that I wanted to give a shout-out to. One, the Denver Nuggets. I think they will be vastly improved. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs yet, but I do think they are improved. Indiana Pacers, I think that they will be a lot higher seed in the East this year. I think they will be a 2 or 3 seed heading into the playoffs, if I'm being honest. And then there was one more that's just slipping my mind right now. Boston Celtics, another vastly improved team after the offseason. I would mention the Golden State Warriors, but that just seems like kind of obvious. But again, Boston seems like a team that, it really seems like the Celtics, Pacers, Cavs is a good top 3 in the East right now, at least in my mind. But anyway, that'll pretty much do it for this video. Like I said, I wanted to give a shout out to the Knicks because I do think that they will be the most improved team in the NBA this year, record-wise and just talent-wise. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So yeah.